Good morning. This is Nita with the Timepiece Garden, and Miss Panda's over there doing patrol. She'll be up to visit me later. You know how that goes. So what are we gonna do today? The insulation, double reflective insulation. We're actually gonna wrap the PVC pipe that is my watering in it. The reason for that is a million years ago, I was born and raised in Las Vegas. It's just how it is. And PVC pipe over an extended period of time, if exposed to the sun, will actually deteriorate. It does much better when it's buried in the ground, but off a gravity-fed system like I have, I can't do that. Not for it to work properly. So I need to protect it from the intense heat of the sun, and we're going to wrap it in the double reflective insulation. That'll keep the sun from beating on it directly, protect the PVC pipe for a while, and then like this wintertime, I will actually drain it so the water doesn't freeze in it. But for the summertime, it's time for me to get it wrapped. It's hot. It's been hot. While the pipe's new, it's awesome. It's time to get wrapped. So let me go on and get busy. I'll bring you along for the ride, and I'll talk to you in a few. All right. So, yeah, I let Panda have a drink of water. So there's the pipe. You get to about there, and you can see where, oh, it looks silver. It's because it's got the reflective insulation around it. Now what I did is I brought the entire roll over here, measured out one piece, and then cut like, I won't lie, 11. 10 for me to start working with and 1 to stay as my template. And I'm doing all the straight stuff now, because it's just, roll it and duct tape it down. And that's what I'm doing. It's just a little bit of duct tape right now. You can see it there. I fold it across the top and then I roll it so the duct tape is on the bottom. Now duct tape is waterproof, so this should stick for a while. And the areas that I've got a specialty cut, I'll do those separate. Same thing up here. I'll do this area separate towards the end. But you can see where I did it under the fence and then on off into the grass. Now once it gets into the grass, this stuff is so overgrown, welcome to spring in the Ozark Mountains, that you can't even see the pipe. Now I'm not trying to trounce through there. The copperheads are out, the rattlesnakes are out. They like to hang out in places where people don't go a lot. I've not been back there since I laid the pipe. So I will do that in the fall. Those guys will go to sleep, and I'll drain the pipe for the winter, and I'll wrap that end all the way up to the tank. Now part of it that's up there on the hill that I can get to, I'll end up wrapping that today too. But the stuff that's here, once you get to that tree per se, the stuff in here, yeah, I'll do that in the fall. But anyway, what it looks like, it just looks silver instead of white, but it keeps the elements off the pipe. You can see where I have yellowing going on. I'm hoping it's showing up on camera right there. That's from the elements being up against the pipe. The goal is to protect it, not let the PVC get weak, and just keep on rolling. Keep it lasting for years. It's the goal. All right, let me keep going. I'll give you another video probably when I'm done. Got a lot to do still. Talk to you in a few. Alrighty, primary pipe is done all the way up and down. It's just where all the hose connections are. Now, I won't lie, I did down here. I gotta go cut some more, so. You can see it's just kind of a top cover and a bottom cover. And that's just, again, it keeps the sun off. Anyway, that's the thought process. So, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the zigzag up there at the top to do. And then I'll move on to the next thing. So, talk to you in a few. Alright, the pipe is all done. All the end pieces. My little hose spigots. So the supervisor was just here. She approved it. She asked me to explain to her if this will keep the water colder, and I told her it might. The outer shininess reflects the heat out, and the inner, that makes sense, will reflect the coolness of the water back into the pipe. So it's a possibility. Again, but this was to protect the pipe from the intense sun. But it's all done. Like I said, all the end pieces, you know, you figure the sides here, that only gets a little bit of morning sun or a little bit of late afternoon sun. I'm trying to stop the intensity of when the sun is head up, straight up this way, because sun rises to the left and sets at the right. And it's the same thing on the pipes. Sun rises on this side and sets on that side. So where the hose spigots are, since that piece of pipe will only get a little bit of sunrise and sunset, but it's the long portion of the pipe that gets it all day. I mean, you know, you can tell when it's shiny because it's just got sun just beating down on it. This will just help protect the pipe. Alrighty, off to the next chore. Miss Pan and I'll talk to you in a few. Alrighty then. So, after all of my little research, that is St. John's wort. And why it is growing here naturally is because it likes morning sun and afternoon shade. It's 10:30 and you can already see where this side over here is already starting to get in the shade. It'll be in the shade the rest of the afternoon. I'm just like, this is awesome. The fact that it grows here wild is awesome. So, yeah. Anyway, need to harvest some. It's medicinal. Do your own research. Okay, there's sorry, it's hard for me to see the screen. There you go. There's a good flower. Long, slender leaves. Some buds on it. So, yeah. I'd be harvesting. Sorry, I had a bug on my shoulder. You know, gotta get the bugs off me. Hard to do anything else. So, let me go ahead and take care of this, and then we'll move on to the next task. Talk to you in a few. All right, area 2. Yeah, logs. You can see where the chickens have been scratching. Chickens like it here. I like the chickens here. They'd been eating all my blackberries. If they were low enough for the chickens to get, the chickens could eat them. But I have branches like that right there that the chickens can't get to. There you go. And there are ripe blackberries on it. So what I'm gonna do is use a string trimmer and trim me up a path so I can get to there and to there. Because from here I can see it. I've got blackberries that I need to harvest. Now I'm gonna do the same thing kind of up over there by the workshop, and I'm saving that for last because that's when I'll be able to put all the tools away. So that's the goal. Let me get this trimmed back a little and give me some blackberries. All right, talk to you in a few. I have not done a harvest video in a while. So last of the broccoli, it's shutting off, and I know it. I've got a couple of branches that I've left out for seed. A pair of tomatoes are turning on. Just tomatoes, tomatoes, tomatoes. My Anaheims, Nadapinos, my new one. I say Cold Bay, but I think that's still not the right name. Cucumbers. St. John's wort. Like I said, just a few blackberries, just a couple, enough for some dessert. But looking at that, I think I need to make some salsa, because this is actually the third time I've harvested. Just the first time that I have this many peppers and tomatoes together, you know? So I think I need to do some salsa. And I will talk to you later. That'll be after lunch. It's 12 o'clock. Nita's hungry. Talk to you later.